Well, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us for session number 4, our last session of this particular boot camp with Grow with Google. On behalf of the Miramar Pembroke Pines Regional Chamber of Commerce, the Weston Florida Chamber of Commerce, and the Pembroke Park West Park Chamber of Commerce. We appreciate you all being here. If you've been with us for all 4 sessions, thank you. And we're going to get a nice little digital certificate out to you that you can print out and put on your wall and marvel at all the things that you've learned during these 4 sessions, and we'll probably be doing this again soon. So stay tuned for that. But I want to welcome Mr. Vicente Pimienta one more time to our workshop, our digital expert with Google, who's going to let us know how to get found online where our customers are. So Mr. Vicente, take it away.
Thank you, Angie, and thank you to everybody that is here online. This is the time to share this link and invite your friends, family, coworkers, business partners to get this information firsthand. My name is Vicente Pimienta. I've been doing digital marketing for 28 years, and I've tried everything, and not everything is successful. And I'm going to bring here today, it's an honor for me to be here with you first and to represent Google after so many years doing digital marketing. Being under this brand is something that I never dreamed of, and I'm here, so this is a blessing, and that's how we're going to take it. I'm going to share with you a fantastic piece of information that Google has prepared for us small businesses, because I am also a small business owner, and I've been doing digital marketing for 28 and 7 years of these last 7 or 8 years with Google. So that has given me a lot of exposure to all of these content, and I'm going to add a lot of insights and some personal stories, real life stories, in hopes to help you connect with your customer. I want you to understand that just because this is free, it has no value. No, it has tremendous value. It's like I'm gifting you a brand new Benz. It's probably costing $70,000, but it's free to you because it's a gift. It doesn't mean it doesn't have value, right? The same thing here. Google is giving us this information that it has tremendous value because you're going to amplify your business with this information. So don't take this lightly. Take all the notes. I'm going to share with you golden nuggets in form of information, and I'm going to point out the most obvious ones. Other golden nuggets you're going to find by yourself, and all of them are for you to keep and to implement. So let's get started and see how can we reach customers online with Google. And I'm going to start by sharing my screen. Here we go. Tell me, and we're going to use the chat. I love the chat. So tell me, please, if you see my screen. Type something on the chat for me so I can see it. Perfect. All right. Okay, we're good. Angie, thank you. Mara, thank you so much. So if you have any questions, please use the chat. I have it here. I can see it. And that's the way we are going to communicate. I am also going to share some resources through the chat, meaning some links. And so be aware of that. And right now, I'm going to share some of the links that I have so you can follow me and also follow Miramar Pembroke. Right, here it is. Check it out. Got it? So that's all my info there. And of course, the Miramar Pembroke Pines org also. Okay, let's hit it.
Vicente, we're not saying it. We're saying the title of the conference.
I'm sorry?
We're seeing the title of the conference, not the information that you mentioned that we should be seeing.
No, it's through the chat. I just
sent okay. I'm sorry.
Okay, now I'm going to change slides. So I sent you my information, and this is another way to get it. And also, just to mention, I've written 2 books. I'm writing the 3rd one. This one is called Website Centric Strategy. I wrote it like 2 years ago, and it's available on Amazon. And it talks a little bit about how to attract customers, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about this training. So let's hit it off. Take a moment to think about how much how many things you find online and how you connect with businesses. And when you, like, pretty much when you need something, where do you go? Where do you go to find stuff? It's to Google, right? So we have to recognize this as a small business owner, because one of the most common mistakes I've seen in 28 years helping small business owners transition from traditional marketing into digital marketing is exactly that. So pretty much they are not on Google, they are on Instagram, they are on Facebook, and they're missing the big leagues, which is Google. So that is the most common mistake I've seen from small businesses. So 80% growth on the search of local businesses. This means that when you and me are searching for a tire or for oil change, we're going to add a keyword called near me. Let's say tire store near me. That near me effect is grown 80%. That means when somebody types, listen to this golden nugget right here. So you have to use that keyword to attract your business, your customers. When somebody types in the near me, it means most likely they're about to purchase because they're going to drive somewhere to spend the money, right? So that is a golden nugget just to narrow down who's ready to buy and who's not. Okay, take that golden nugget and apply it to your business. This is the takeaway here. And 61% of the US consumer thinks buying online and picking up on the store on the curbside is beneficial. And I have another takeaway golden nugget for this data. Look, read this again. Buying online and picking up immediately. Pay attention, please. This is the only way we can compete against Amazon Prime. You get it? Faster than them. Order it near me, pick it up now. Amazon can't beat that. That is the gap. That is the niche that we should focus as small business owners to take the business away from the big Amazon Prime volumes. You get it? I'm telling you exactly who's buying, who's ready to buy with an near me, and how to deliver it faster than Amazon. That is a winning combination. Two golden nuggets. If you take anything from this workshop, this is it. Okay, now let's go to other parts. Are you learning something? Put something in the chat, a number one, type of one if you are learning something right now. We're going to share the agenda. Dr. Evis, thank you, Brito, Dr. Brito. So those are the golden nuggets. You're going to tell me at the end of the workshop how many golden nuggets you have taken home, okay, or to your business. So we're going to talk about how Google search works, how to reach customers with search engine optimization, how to create your business profile, amplify with online advertising, and then some resources that I'm going to share. Oscar, thank you. Skin Deep Soul, thank you very much. Angie, QuickBooks for you. Look at that. That's a nice name. That's a very nice name. Okay, let's talk a little bit about how Google search works. Okay, let's start with, it uses an algorithm, a computer program to power this search. What is an algorithm? It's, in this context, an algorithm is an automated software that helps locate information to answer a user's query. In this particular context, the Google search algorithm sorts through billions of websites to deliver the most relevant content. And then for each search individually, it's not like a pattern, you know, it's for each search. So the purpose of the search algorithm is to deliver the best result for each particular search. Okay, so let's look at another way. Imagine a library with billions and billions of books constantly growing, but there's no card catalog, there's no lady to go and ask, where's this book, right? So that's when Google comes into play. When a person searches on Google, they may start off typing a word, a phrase, describing what they want, and this is called like the search query. And that's where it all starts. Google helps people find information on the web by sorting through those billions of websites and showing people where to find the answers they're looking for. So basically, search is a big piece of software that takes the query and then looks for the answer across the web. This illustration is going to give you an example of a Google search results page. It's important to know that the content and the layout of this page may be different depending on the search. And the layout will look different if you're searching from a mobile phone as well, okay? So today's workshop focuses on 3 typical ways your business needs, golden nugget, needs to appear in the results. In the organic results, number 1, with the business profile, number 2, and advertising. And advertising is a cup of coffee a day. You're going to spend the same money you're going to spend on your coffee shop. Okay, so of course it's more complicated than what I'm going to share, but this is how it works behind the scenes. Pretty much, Google makes its own copy of the website. Imagine that. It scans everything and catalogs it. It's like the index of a book, except 10 trillion times longer. So if a potential customer searches for a phrase yoga pants, Google identifies all the relevant results, then puts them in order, and that's how it works. To do this, it considers where the searcher is located, golden nuggets. How it does it? It considers where the searcher is located. Remember the near me? They have to know where you are. If you're asking for the near me, golden nugget, whether the page was successfully updated recently, where it's going to land, what's going to show you a link, go to this page. If that website is not being updated, you're not going to be ranked on top. Golden nugget, whether the pages they're going to show you has been updated recently. How many other pages link to that page? It means link popularity. I'm going to send you to this page. Google is going to send you to this yoga pants page, but it's going to verify if it was updated recently and how many other pages are linked to this page. Now it means that this page is popular, so it must have good content. You see how it works? So, and whether that page has pictures of yoga pants on the page. So golden nugget, just put one picture of your yoga pants if you own this website, and the file, the image file of the picture, the name has to say yoga pants at .jpeg or GIF or whatever it is, but make the file name the same name as the keyword. If it's a yoga pant, you put yoga pant.jpg. You get it? Golden nugget, because that's part of the SEO. Everything has to align. That name, yoga pant, has to be on the title, description, on the images, on an image, on the headings. You know what I mean? On a link. Got it? Those are little tips. Now, how are you going to reach these your customers with this? Well, pretty much the organic results, meaning organic is when it's based on the algorithm. When Google goes and scans your website, it takes out the keywords and it'll catalog your website, right? So you might show up number 1 or number 10 or not at all. And that is what we call the organic result, because it's based on the content that you have. It's like placing a seed, and you're going to be, growing your plants until you get to the first page. That's the organic way. So the organic way appears right here. You can see it in the center of the page. And then, of course, the page changes to the most relevant thing. And it has, as you can see, if you own Trade Jam company, you can see how Google will display it if you have properly set up your website and comply with all of the little things Google likes to see. it'll show not only a main link, but look at all, it'll send links to products, recipes, store locator, all other relevant pages within your website. So that is one of the advantages of complying with all of this. So pretty much what is SEO? If you could do a whole, I could do a whole presentation on SEO, but we don't have time. This is just a overview. So SEO refers to the technique that improves your website ranking in Google and other search engines and attract higher quantity and quality website visitors. This will grow your business, of course. So SEO is very important. And it's what I was talking about, the organic way. Okay, when it comes to managing a website for your product, or your brand, this is super important. When consumers use search engines, they are typically looking for a specific product or service, or even a solution. So sometimes they want to be, entertained or educated or reassured. Regardless, they have a specific need or want on a particular website or topic. So they type in this phrase, and that will connect with the ideal website and your business owner, to the ideal customer. So these are key things you need to, these are golden nuggets. Okay, people who are just getting started with SEO have a tendency to think that it's very complicated, or that you have to have like a big background. Because you know why you have that impression? Because when it started, nobody knew about it, and those who knew were charging enormous amounts of money to place you on Google. So not anymore. Now you can focus on your content by publishing regularly relevant content. If you sell tomatoes, I want you to be publishing and updating about tomato sauce, tomato recipes. It has to be relevant. Okay. When you're writing content, include keywords potential customers would use to find your pages. Okay. If you sell tomatoes and you have to write a paragraph, include maybe lettuce tomato and lettuce, and maybe some pickles, and then some related words to the main keyword. That's another golden nugget. And organize your website logically into a clear label areas, so the visitor can find what they want immediately. Every web page includes a title and a description, which you don't see. You see the title, but you don't see the description. It's underneath, it's behind it. That's where you're going to type a description full of keywords that make sense, that are related to that page. You're going to get one page for tomatoes, and you're going to optimize this for tomatoes, another one for carrots, another one for lettuce. Okay. So that's the key, making them independent instead of just making a website one document where you want to appear on tomatoes and lettuce, and it doesn't work. You have to be like really vertical with keywords. Okay, hope that helps. Now, this tool, Google Trends, it's a golden nugget, because first it's free, and then you go there, g.co/trends, and you type in the keyword that you think customers are typing to find your products and services, and Trends will tell you the popularity, the clicks you can expect, and it will also show you other related keywords to that keyword that you might consider, and their traffic, expected traffic. So pretty much with the relative popularity, you will, by selecting the right keywords, you will increase your performance tremendously. Have I mentioned you that this is all free, but it has tons of value? Just because you found this golden nugget in the river for free, it has tons of value, right? Don't forget about this, okay? And thank you for being here. And I think you are a winner. If you are here today with us on a Friday doing this, you are definitely a winner. And winners never lose. We never lose. We either win or we learn lessons, but we never lose. Okay. Now it's time to practice using a little bit, a list of keywords. So pretty much You can open your browser, go to trends, and I want you to do this later because we don't have time. Enter keyword phrases, narrow it down, by location, because they maybe in Georgia, they call it in a different way that we call it down here in South and in Florida. So by location, by date, by age, and explore other queries, okay? Because if let's say you sell vehicles, you can use vehicles, automobiles, auto, car. Imagine what's the correct one. So you got to go to trends and find out, because you have to use, you have to go for the biggest ones. Okay, now if you want to design your website, it has to be usable and people don't have any patience at all. So it has to load very fast, and that is very important, and it has to be seen very nicely and neatly on any device, meaning your website has to be pristine in a huge TV and pristine in a small phone, and that is called a responsive design. It will respond according to the size of the screen the viewer is using. So it will respond to that size. And that's what you want, okay? Because have you ever seen a website wider than your phone screen that you have to scroll sideways? It's not good. So you just leave that website. Oscar, you have your hand raised. Talk to me.
Vicente, can you give a hint of what you mean by load quickly? Are we talking
Yes.
about a second?
Okay.
Are we talking about a minute? Are we talking and
Yes.
second, how do you measure that and how do
Yes.
you prove it?
Yes. Okay. Fantastic. That's a great question. I mean, load fast because when I started doing websites in 1996, it's a long time ago, my hair was black back then. I remember. So
I
we
had some
wanted
back
like
then.
some of us had hair. So we at that time, we wanted to impress everybody, and we wanted to put bells and whistles and images and flashy stuff. And it was fun because it was new, but some websites you had to sit down and wait for them to load because they were loaded literally with images. And so today, this is the true reality. If your website does not load in 3 seconds, they leave. 20% of the people leave in the first 3 seconds if it doesn't load. And every 2 seconds, another 20% leaves. So pretty much if it takes 20 seconds to load, forget it. Nobody's there. So you need to, less is more. That's when having simple pages, more pages instead of one page loaded with information, which from the SEO point of view, it won't be helpful. You might as well, if I'm going to talk about salads and all of this, I might as well do pages for tomato, for lettuce, and have less information and one image per page. No more, no more. So that's what I mean to load fast. And it's, imagine if you're paying $100 a day for advertising and driving traffic to your website, and it takes 5 or 7 seconds to load, and now you know that you're losing 20% of that money just because it's not loading fast. So just by taking some images out, now you're getting that 20% back into the business. Get it? It's that important. So it has to be, I hope I answered the question, Oscar. So send me a okay through the chat if you can. Now, moving
Yes, you did.
forward, it has to be seen very well on all devices. And of course, there is this mobile-friendly test website and the search console. Those links I'm going to share with you at the end, that you can run your website there and know how fast you're going. So, and what are the things you need to do to fix them. So this is the page I was talking about. I'm going to send you the link at the end, but you can go there, g.co/mobile friendly, and it will tell you if it's perfect or what needs to be done. And I'm going to give you a golden nugget right here, a huge golden nugget. And this is a deal breaker for showing on Google on top. If your website the letters on your website are too small. Listen to this. This is like so obvious and yet so ridiculous that we don't realize it. But it's all about the experience. Google will put your website if it's a good experience. So pretty much, if your website, your letters are too small for people who have big fingers, when they want to click on one of those blue links, they can't. It's maybe they click two at the same time. So because of that, Google won't rank you. Because of that. So make sure you use fonts, sizes, and when you see your website on your phone, that you have enough space to put your finger and the experience is a good one. Did you see that golden nugget? Take it to the bank. Okay, that's the benefit of being part of Pembroke Pines organization. Yes, getting all this information. Okay, now the Google Search Console is a fantastic tool. Actually, this is the first tool I ever used from Google. It was called Webmaster Tools back in the day when Google started, because I'm here before Google on the internet. And this is called now Google Search Console. This is very important because it confirms, it tells you, the owner, that Google was actually able to come to your website, read your website, and catalog your website on their index. Are you kidding me? Do you know if your website is Google reading your website or not? Do you really know? This is the tool you want to use. Okay, so this is a huge golden nugget. This is a brick of gold right here, because it will alert you when there's a problem. It will send you an email saying, hey, Google couldn't read your website, or there's a page on your website that is having an issue, or you're missing this or missing that. Are you kidding me? So you can go and fix it and then press a button and make Google come and read it again live on the moment, and it'll tell you again if it's fixed. So you can work with this and fix the problem on the go. Did I mention you it was for free? You like that one, right? So go to google.com, search for the words and phrases that you should be on the first page. Does your business show up? If yes, what texts are appearing and how does it look? And if you're not, what sites are showing up instead of yours? And do you recognize these businesses? And start paying attention on their structures. Okay. Now, the second part is creating a business profile. This one I'm going to go a little bit faster, because the first part, the SEO, I think it's more about knowledge. This is more about how to put in information to be on the second part of the three parts that I want you to show up. Okay. So we talked about the organic. We're going to talk about the business profile and then the AdWords, the paid advertising, which don't be afraid, because we're only going to use your coffee money. I'll give you a trick for that. Now, the business profile is going to show to the right, as you can see in the slide, and it's very important that will put your business on the map. If you want to go there, go to google.com/business. If you don't have a website, this is your first step. It will put you on the map and on the Google search. If you have a website and you don't have this, you have to come here, run and fill this up as fast as possible. All right. And if you already have one, you're going to learn today's stuff that you're going to go back and update it. Okay. So let's go a little bit fast here. Now, complete your business information. You can add pictures, and there are other features that you can use, like, for example, bookings, selling products and services. It has a shopping cart, a free shopping cart. Can you believe this? So if you don't have a website, this is it. This is it. It's unbelievable. So it also has to put a post, like a blog post. It has reviews, the famous feedback and reviews. You must have reviews. People sometimes go to the reviews before they purchase or not from you. But if you don't have reviews, now we know they're not going to purchase from you. Got it? It's that simple. It's about trust. Selling and buying, it's about trust. Get it? It's not about talking a lot. It's about, do I trust you or not? It's all about that. So it also has a messenger. And I used this one time I was in I-95 and I had a flat tire. Today, the cars don't bring spare tires. They have like a run flat tire. So I use I used tire store near me. I typed in tire store near me. So one of the Google profiles comes in like a tire store, the closest one. And I go to the profile, and through the message, I was able to talk to the owner and tell him about my situation and the tire that I needed. And he says, yes, I have it. And I went there. This man got my business just because this profile was there. And I typed in near me. I was ready to buy. Near me, I have a flat tire. You get it? Are you connecting the dots of all the golden nuggets this workshop has? It's unbelievable. The first time I read this workshop to give it to the community, I was blown away by all the things I learned. So I hope you find the same things I find and even more. Okay. So go to google.com/business. Claim, because you might find a profile that Google might have partially created because it has enough information about your business. It doesn't mean they hacked you. You might find a profile. If that is the case, you can claim it, or you might just create a new one because you don't find it. So then you're going to request a postcard. They're going to send you a postcard to the address you say the business is operating to confirm that you are really the person you are saying to be. So now, amplifying with advertising, I want you to see the potential here, because this is the third area I want you to be. And it's here, you can see in blue, and it'll say AD. So you know it's an ad and it's not like an organic link underneath the ads. So that's the difference, okay? So here you can actually reach a lot of people, because if you sell tomatoes, your ads are only going to be shown to people who are typing tomatoes. So the matchmaking here is tremendously accurate, and it increases the conversion rate dramatically. So it makes sense. Now, you control your budget. It's a daily budget. It's not like I'm going to put $100,000 a year or a month, or no, it's a daily budget. I want to spend $5 a day. The minimum is $1. Okay. And you're only going to pay when somebody clicks on your ad. So they might show your ad 100 times and only one person clicked. That's the only thing you're going to pay. And to make it more interesting, how much it's going to cost, it's based on like a little auction that happens behind the scene. Because there are other advertisers that are competing with tomatoes. So who's paying more? Who's more relevant on their website? Relevancy is, I mean, if I'm putting an ad for tomatoes, but I'm sending them to a website that sells BMW, Google is not going to show my ad. It has to be relevant, what my ad says and where they're going to land. So if I'm selling tomatoes, don't send me to my homepage where it says salads and tomatoes and lettuce. Send me straight to the tomato page in your shopping cart. Relevancy is key here, because Google will place you higher, because when they put advertising, they put 3. They will place you higher just because of the relevancy, regardless if the competitor is paying twice as much for the click, because it's like per click. You pay per click, and I say, okay, I'm a maximum $1 per click, and my competitor maybe says $3 per click. But since my website is more relevant, my ad versus the landing page, they will place me on top of somebody else who's bidding more. So it's not all about money. It's a lot more about relevancy. Golden nuggets. I've saved you a lot of money right here with this. Exactly. It's not how much you're paying, it's how good structured you are in terms of SEO, search engine optimization. So that's a golden nugget. So to start a smart campaign, this is very simple because it has AI now behind it. And pretty much you have to decide what the goal is. Why are you putting an ad? To download my guide, my free guide, or maybe I'm putting an ad to send people to my coffee shop physically, or what is it that you want to, not just I have a coffee shop. No, what are you trying to accomplish? Now connect your business profile to the campaign. That is so important. Identify or create relevant websites to connect your ad and write a compelling ad. Now with AI, you go to Google Gemini, it'll do it for free. It'll do it fantastic, and you will tell it what the keywords that you're interested in, and Gemini will write down the ad for you, already optimized. Did you hear that? Okay, and then set a daily budget. And this is where my challenge comes in. I have a challenge for you. Tell me in the chat if you like coffee. I love coffee. I have one right here. I drink a few cups of coffee a day. If you like coffee like me, and you go to this cafeteria that is very famous, no coffee for me, doesn't matter. Ricky says yes. Okay, if you're like me, I used to go to this famous cafe and stay there with my computer. Well, I was paying $5, $6 per cup. If you make the math at $5 per day, one cup of coffee is $150 a month. So, if you take 2 cups a day, that's $300 a month. If you ask me, that's a car payment. So my challenge is brew your own coffee in your office, your workspace at home, and use those $5 a day towards this advertising, and watch what happens. Watch what happens. You're not going to spend anything. You're just going to change your ways and divert that budget towards growing your business instead of growing someone else's coffee business. Okay. Okay. Now the first step is to type in your business name to see if there is already a profile about your business. And of course, the next one is your URL. Now you're gonna see the website as like a desktop and a mobile phone. So pretty much be sure that the website looks good and easy to use, especially on the mobile device. Remember, if it's too uncomfortable, Google won't rank you. The experience, okay, and relevancy is key here. I don't know how to stress this more. Now, select your advertising goals. Get more calls, get more websites, visits, or to sign up, or get visits to your store, or maybe get more views and engagement on our YouTube channel. Okay, but you have to select a goal. That's why you have to be prepared before you come here. Golden nugget. Now, write a text ad. Go to Gemini and do your thing, your magic, and then come and this slideshow, it's going to show the fields you will fill out, and you're going to have to write your ad there. As you can see, it'll tell you the limit of characters on each of the spaces. So it's very important for you to respect that, and note that the check box that allows you to include a call button with your ad. A call button allows searchers on smartphones to initiate a phone call. Pay attention to that. By just clicking on your ad, the phone will start ringing. Pay attention to that feature. I'll talk more about, writing effective ads later in this workshop. However, smart campaigns use theme keywords. Instead of just putting one keyword that we were talking about, it will give you a theme, a group of keywords bundled in together. These keyword themes should be related to the product, to the tomatoes we're selling, okay? In order to be efficient. Google Ads will suggest related keyword themes based on what you're writing on your text ad and your landing page. By the time you're typing your ad and you put your URL, Google is already going to your website and suggesting you and verifying that I have tomatoes on my website, okay? Pay attention. Now, select the geographic location where your ads are eligible to be shown. Google Ads gives you several ways, several options, including zip codes, cities, regions, or radius around my address. This is very important because you can hide. Let's say you work from home, you're going to put in your address, but you're going to hide your address and put a radius. Okay, I give services around this area instead of saying I live here in Pembroke Pines and this is my home address, right? So that's very, very important. Now we go to the budget, and these are options, suggestions that Google Ads is going to present you. But you can, on the bottom part, you can see you can enter your own budget. And I recommend, strongly recommend that you start with your coffee money. Because you know what? Because we are winners. We are going to win some, but we're going to learn some from this experience. You know what I mean? So you don't want to learn at a great cost, right? We're going to make some mistakes in the process. Don't give up. That's a lessons learned, okay? So this is important for you to start slow and then start growing little by little, but start slow and give it 30, 60 days on the low end, okay? So you can start familiarizing with the system and it won't hurt. What's the worst thing that can happen? You lost a cup of coffee, you went to the floor. Oops, I dropped my coffee today. No big deal, right? Follow that advice and you will see you won't get hurt. Like I got hurt many times because I didn't know. So, I made mistakes like everybody, not in ads, but in so many things in my life. So I've learned to start slow. Okay, once you've set up all these pieces in your ad campaign, review everything before we move forward. And if you see something that needs to be changed, you can go back and make changes. In fact, you can edit anytime you want, even when it's running. You can come in and edit your ad, the budget, schedule it to your convenience. So the last thing you have to do is confirm your payment information. And let me tell you, there are tons of Google AdWords credits. I just received one on the email that they give you $1,500. Some others 100. If you spend like 100, they give you 100. And I just saw one for 1,500. So if you spend 1,500, they'll put another 1,500. So you can use this for the whole year. Now you have $3,000 budget for the whole year, which you only pay half. So that's something to consider. Maybe 100, maybe, look for those coupons and opportunities. Now, resources and recap, because we're running out of time. We talk about 3 ways I want you to be there. I want your business to show up on the organic results, on the text ad, which is like your coffee money, and your business profile, which is free. All right. This one is the most important part because it'll place your business on the map and it will give the customers an opportunity to place their feedback, their reviews. Okay. Now, your next steps, take a picture of this slide because it has all the resources you need, more golden nuggets. And I want you to take them and copy them and put them in a document or something that it's safe for you to use later on. I am also sharing you through the chat other resources that I promised you. Some of these resources you will find in the chat, others you won't. So make sure you copy both, okay? And take all of these. My advice to you, I learned everything about the internet by myself because in 1996, not even the university that I used to attend had internet access at the time. It was not common to have internet in your business, and I was already doing website. I had to learn by myself through the internet because nobody was teaching this. So I know how to educate myself, and my advice to you is take one tool at a time. Don't try to do all of it. One tool per weekend, let's say. Pick 3, 4 tools and spend one tool per weekend in that week playing with that tool. And then, because some of these tools connect one to each other. Like the ads, it connects to the analytics and it connects to the business profile, and they all connect. So try to use them one per weekend and then grow with them a little bit. So these 3 are the major ones. And of course, it's time to take action. You've taken golden nuggets with you, several golden nuggets. Probably yes. Probably yes. You're absolutely right, Oscar. They're deprecating the mobile-friendly test. That's absolutely right. So, and we need to update this slide. Okay, so now it's time to take action. You took golden nuggets with you and you put them in your pocket, and it's time to go home. Now, if you keep those golden nuggets, nothing's going to happen. I want you to turn them into jewelry, apply them to your business, because now as jewelry, they are worth more. It's not just gold, now it's something that you made. Okay, so think about everything we've covered today. What quick and easy wins can you get when it comes to growing your online presence? Take the path of least resistance from all of the things that I've shared with you. It could be as simple as checking your website speed, or signing up for a Google Search Console, or come up with what's the next small step you're going to take towards showing up in a bigger and better way. And I have something to show with you personally. I'm a goal-oriented person. I have my to-do list, which takes me nowhere. It goes around to the bank to pick up the laundry. It's a to-do list. And I have my success list, okay? And the success list is a different, it takes you somewhere. And what I've learned is when you have your steps, the bigger they are, the more difficult. So break your goals in very small steps, because they're going to be accomplishable, easier, and a lot more rewarding if you take one little step every couple of days instead of nothing, because it's a huge step and it takes you forever or no, never, right? So break your planning, make your success list, not your to-do list. What are the things I need to do to be number one in Google, do this, or improve my ranking, or get more traffic? What are those steps? What are the tools I'm going to need to learn, and go after that success route without forgetting your to-do list, of course. Okay, so check this out. Take a picture of this one, screenshots, because you got them all here. You got the SEO starter guide, business profile, grow with Google link for more trainings, Google Trends, Google Ads, Google accounts. The mobile friendly test, Oscar, thank you for flying that. We need to take that one out. Google career certificates, Google Search Console, and of course, the Grow with Google YouTube channel that has tons of videos and trainings about all of these tools. So these are golden nuggets that are available for you, totally free, that you can stop depending on your webmaster for many of these things. Okay, so pretty much, oh, that's nice, Angie, thank you. Now, pretty much, this is the Grow with Google YouTube channel, and it's full of information. I recommend you put it in your favorites, because some of these videos you want to see 2-3 times and pause them and maybe go back and review the steps, because they're full of information, and they will free you from a webmaster, free you. They will open doors for you that you never thought they were possible. Okay, so there are also career certificates that Google is providing, and I have my personal experience with this. I have taken a few. But listen to these: data analytics, advanced data analytics, business intelligence, digital marketing, and e-commerce. Let me tell you a story about this one. I've been in the business for 28 years doing exactly that, digital marketing and e-commerce. And as a Google coach, they required me to take this course and the test. And I'm like, oh, come on, I've been here for 28 years. You tend to think sometimes that you know a lot. And when I took this test, I have to be honest with you, I learned a few things that I was completely missing, and I refreshed other things that I was assuming and skipping, and they're so important. So it was a great refresher and amplifier of my knowledge. And I've been in the business for 28 years. Imagine what this can do to any small business owner. It will advance them like decades in just a couple of weeks. It says it takes 4 months to do it. I did it in a week. So it's at your pace. Okay, so this is very important. IT support, user experience design, project manager, cybersecurity. You get one of these certificates, you get a job. So it's that simple. Okay, we're here to help you grow your career, grow your professional life, and everything that's around it. So now That is the goal of Grow with Google. And that is why we're partnering with organizations that are so reputable and so successful and have the great vibes that this organization has. It's a community, a happy community. That's why we're here. It has to be a googly attitude. Googly. When I went to Google the first time, they said, as part of the team, you have to have a googly attitude. Googly attitude. What are you talking about? It has to be positive. The way we communicate, no gossip, no this. It's just very nice. Instead of saying, I don't agree with you, we're going to push back on the idea. It's a different feeling, and this organization has it, and I love it. So for teachers, students, local business owners, job seekers, and developers in Grow with Google, we have tons of information for free to help you succeed. This is another list of resources. We've been bombarding you with resources so you can take home and plant them like in a pot and see them grow like a tree in your business. And for the last time, here is my information. If you want to follow me on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, so we can communicate, or maybe download my book, that's where my information is. You got my email and my Florida Grow with Google position. And if you can give us, I'm going to ask you a favor. You can help me with this one. I'm going to ask you only one thing. And one thing only is that if you can fill out this feedback report for me, it's so important. It's not about me, it's about the community. The more we respond to this, positive or negative, it doesn't matter. It's the volume. We're sending Google a message that we are here as a community and they're listening to us through this and we care. So this way they give us more resources for next year. So if you think this helped you, they're going to ask you what training you took, and that's what was the name of this training? Connect with reach customers online. Okay, it's in Spanish, and reach customers online with Google. And it's going to ask you what presenter. Just select Florida because there's only one coach per state. So select Florida and reach customers online, and please leave your feedback. I will tell you this. I'm one of the founders of this program. When it was a pilot, I was one of the first coach in this area. I was part of the first 7 coaches that started this. And from this feedback, we've been getting feedback forms since then. All the courses, all the workshops that we have are because of the feedback. When was the last time a company like Google was listening to us and actually taking action because of what we were sharing with them? So this is how powerful this feedback is. They're listening in headquarters what you have to say, and maybe they will come with a training that fits more our community. So please fill out this. I have ran out of time. I think I'm done. This is the last slide. Have a Google day, and I'm back to Angie. Let me stop sharing. Or questions. Here we go.